throughout the NBA dunk contest's 40-year history, we've gotten to see some legendary moments. But with the good times comes the bad times. And if some of the dunk contests weren't bad enough already, the NBA had to just go and make them worse, with things like a dunk wheel telling you what dunk you'd have to do, a dunk intensity meter, which had no accuracy, letting the fans completely decide the winner, or when things got too bad, they just got rid of it altogether. These have all gone down as some of the worst ideas, but none of them were worse than the changes that were made to the 2014 dunk contest. If you're up to date, you'd know that before the Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon dunk contest, every year the NBA and guys like Kenny Smith and Charles Barkley would say that more stars need to join the dunk contest for it to be meaningful. So the changes that they made that year were just as bad as the potential that got wasted. If you forgot, let me refresh your memory. The 2014 dunk contest had John Wall, Paul George, Terrence Ross, Damian Lillard, Harrison Barnes, and Ben McLemore. Mostly all insane athletes and dunkers. Probably the best lineup of dunkers we've seen in the past 15 years. So of course, this is the year Adam Silver decides to go and change things up. If you remember, instead of an individual contest, we saw an East vs West battle. The first round was a freestyle round where each team pretty much lined up in a layup line and took turns dunking for 90 seconds. And the second round we saw a battle round, where one player from each team battled each other with one dunk. So whichever team won 2 out of the 3 battles won the whole dunk contest. Yeah, the whole thing. And then it was over. So let's break that down. So before the first round even started, the judges referred to it as a warm-up round. It's not a good sign when you're referring to the entire first half of the dunk contest as a warm-up. But on top of that, the clock didn't stop for misses. We saw only 5 or 6 made dunks from each team. One of the things that makes watching the dunk contest so good is being able to take in the dunk. It's that pause after the dunk to be able to take in what you just saw and see the crowds and all the other players' reactions. So when you take that away in this freestyle round, we just saw dunk after dunk with no time to really take in what we just saw. The whole first round felt rushed and pretty unimportant. Then you get to the second round with the battles. In the traditional contest, each player got 2 dunks, then 2 move on to the final round where they get 2 more dunks. But in this version, we only got 1 dunk from each of the 6 players and then it was over. 1 dunk! And the East won all 3 of the battles, so the third one didn't really matter anyways. I mean, maybe if we saw a final round where all 3 players of the East competed for one final winner, then that would be a little better. But instead, the fans and the judges just decided on who had the best performance throughout the night. When you get a rushed team round and then 1 dunk per person, it just didn't feel right. We missed out on the insane dunk contest that we should have saw with these 6 guys. I mean, they didn't have much of a chance to use any props or really do any of their own things. And then when you have 3 out of the 6 guys walk off as the winners, that still doesn't feel right. It wouldn't have been bad if it was just another random year, but when you got these 6 players competing, they couldn't have been more wrong. I can kinda see what they had in mind. The contest had been bad for a couple years, so you want to add in something new to change it up, but when you see those 6 players enter the dunk contest, they should have changed it right back. The NBA and Adam Silver were in a spot where they were getting criticized for how bad and how boring the dunk contest got, but I mean, I'd say just leave the rules and the format how it is, and just let it fall on the players if they have a bad performance. And it wasn't just me that felt like that. The crowd and the judges weren't too thrilled with the idea either. And I'm sure if you watched the 2014 dunk contest, you probably feel the same way. And right now is where I'd usually recommend going back to watching it so you can let me know how you felt, but I wouldn't do that to you. It's definitely not worth going back to watch. Save your time and instead go check out one of my other videos. And that's it for this one. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next video.